All right, welcome New Life team to our Saturday business roadmap call that we have every single Saturday, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. We missed last week, so we've got some names that we have to announce that we missed from last week. Paul and I were busy in Toronto and it was just back to back, which was phenomenal. And guys, if you ever get a chance to be on the road with Paul building, it is one of the most encouraging things to see his leadership and just the way that he talks to people. You learn so much. Like I'm just constantly absorbing from him, working with him. So if you get that chance, jump at it because it's worth the time and commitment you put into that. We have this call every single Saturday, guys. First of all, we love to celebrate our team. That's the first thing we do is celebrate the new people, celebrate the people building, celebrate the people getting customers. And then what we do is we go into a 5-step training, and you can really think of this as an onboarding or a guide to getting your business started. And the reason we created this training on Saturdays is so that coming in as a new distributor, there's so much to look at. There's tons in your back office. There's trainings in our groups. There's chats going on. And you can feel a little bit overwhelmed. And you can feel, with social media and all the different ways that you can find people and talk to people and who do you want to talk to first. We want to bring you here on Saturdays. This is your first step in building your business. This is the first step where you want to come and say, okay, I know what I need to do today, not just next week, but today. We want to get you started today. Paul's going to go over the 5/5, which is our DMO, and you'll know exactly what to do today. And then the other reason we created this is because as distributors, whether or not you're brand new or you're restarting your business or you've been here for a long time and it's a slow build or a fast build, sometimes we bring somebody in and the worst mindset can be, I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to show them. And that can actually kind of subconsciously hold us back from recruiting and hold us back from those yeses that we want to hear. But when we hear it, we go, I don't know what to do with this person. What am I going to do? So this is a guide for everybody, new distributors, existing distributors, and you want to plug in every Saturday and make this commitment to your business, no matter what. This is business time. This is our meeting. This is where we come together every week. There's something new we train on. You can see we have discussions before we start recording that are valuable, sharing experiences. Other people come in and share. This is where you want to be every single Saturday and make sure your people are plugging in now. We should have way more than 16 people on this call right now. So I'm going to go into a screen share.
Hey, while you're going into the screen share, I want to say about having more people on the call. The people who feel they don't need to call more than ever. I want to announce something that Angel will be doing this business success roadmap training in Utah. So I don't know if she told anybody, but she was selected to actually be one of the presenters on teaching at Utah. So if you're going to Utah or you're thinking about going to Utah, you're going to get the next level of this. You're going to see slides that you haven't seen before in Utah. They're going to be adopted in here. The company is adopting the business success roadmap every Saturday, and it's going to be promoted. So you're going to learn a lot of new things. If you're not here, you're not building. I did a post the other day about, if you don't stand up and walk around when you're on a phone call, if your business is not moving, it's because you're not moving. We're going hardcore this year, guys. We're going really hardcore, and we want Danny. What do you say about we're going with you or without you? Why don't you just open that up and tell them that? Because I want to.
Well, the saying is that we're going to build with or without you, and it's very evident because 2018 when I looked at New Life. I decided not to partner with them at the time. And here we are, 6 years later, company's getting ready to hit $1 billion in sales in 17 different countries. Thousands of people are using, hundreds of thousands of people are using the product. And guess what? They built it with or without me. I said no, but they kept on going. And that's what I tell people. This is not for everybody, but we're going to do it with or without you. And I kind of wish I was there with them, but it just proved to me that what I say is exactly true.
Awesome. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate it. All right. So Angel, when you're ready, let's acknowledge some people who are putting the work in.
You bet. Absolutely. And can you guys see the screen? Are we good?
Yeah, it says business success roadmap.
Yeah. Okay, right on. Yes, and I'm excited for Utah because it's making me up my game. It's making me up my game in the onboarding process as well, right? I'm not going to go there and teach on the exact same thing. It's causing me to do more, expand more. And I love that. And we should all be expanding and doing more and being challenged like this. So it's an honor for me to be able to do that. And I'm excited to do a little bit better. All right, so first of all, we want to welcome our new distributor. So this is over the last couple of weeks, guys. We got Summer Brooks, Albert Aramburo, Lord L. Doctor, Golden Duffy, Alan Tolentino Jr., Andrew Anarapo, Shauna Vidori, Deborah Boyle, Bill Moss, and Roski Sevilla. Welcome, guys, to our team, to our family, to this great home of New You Life, where you can really, the sky's the limit and what you can accomplish here. We know that obviously you got excited about the products and the opportunity and saw this as a place for you. So we want to lock arms with you and know your goals and your dreams and help you get there. All of us are available to all of you at any time. And we're excited for this new chapter in your life as you come along with us on this.
Do me, oh my God, I almost called you Jeannie. Angel, go back to that slide. I want to make a couple of comments on a couple of people.
Wait. Okay.
So the gentleman Andrew Apo was the #1 distributor for a company called CTFO in Africa. We just did our first shipment to Africa, so we're really excited to have him on board. Alan Talanto is he's got 1,000 people in a Filipino-based MLM, and that Filipino-based MLM does not build outside of the Philippines. So he's with us now here at New You Life because of the ability for international expansion. So those are two major players who are and also Roski Sevilla. Roski was with the company probably about 3 years ago or so and come back. We have a lot of people coming back. Danny Liccardi had me on the phone with a woman who was in the business in 2017 and 18 and wants to come back into the business. All right, so go ahead. I wanted to say that there's a lot of interesting stuff going on.
There is. It's a good time to be here. Team members with new distributors, we want to acknowledge those of you who are growing your business. We've got Michael Suster, Gemma Coe, Lord Doctor, C3 Performance and Health, which is our Danielle, Alan Tolentino Jr., Edwin Chan, Shannon Timberman, Shayla Blosser, Betty Hicks, and myself. And I want to congratulate Shannon Timberman. She came in a big way. She's been getting customers and distributors over the last couple of days nonstop. So I definitely
She's a hell of a recruiter.
celebrate
and
her.
It's good to see Betty Hicks. Betty's been with the company for a long time. So that's really good to see.
Very cool. Awesome. Congratulations, everyone, on building your business, taking these steps that you've learned in the onboarding, in our trainings that we do on Mondays, in the group trainings that we've done, the Saturday calls, the Sunday calls, all of them. Congratulations on doing that and sharing the business with other people. And then we've got team members with new customers. Nancy Billingsley is just blowing it up with 4 customers, and Danny Lichardi has 3 customers. If you guys didn't see Danny's video, which the first one I found was much funnier than the second one, Danny, just my opinion. But he did a video of taking the Tri-MLT customers, guys. That simple, right? So it's very simple to share your experience, share what you're doing, share this with people. So congratulations, guys, on growing your customer base. And we know that these points are going to Jamaica as well. So congratulations on running that race there too. So I'm going to pass it over to Nancy now, guys. Nancy's a coordinator here with New You Life. As you can see, she's an amazing customer acquirer, however you put that. And she's going to share with us, we're going to go into our steps 1 to 5 now. And so Nancy's going to go over steps 1 to 3 for you guys and share with you just how simple getting those first 3 steps done is. So go ahead, Nancy.
Okay, thank you. When you have somebody to join, you can go into your app and you can put enroll distributor. But what I like to do is, if possible, get them on the phone, send them your link so they can follow along with you. And that is really terrific. My cat. Ugh. And so that way they can see all the different steps of how to do it. And then when they're ready to do it, they can do it themselves. So the next thing you want to do is, once you get them in there to join, you want to ask them what they want to join with. So it used to be just Somaderm. So it would be, you can join with 1 bottle, for 4 bottles, or 8 bottles. And now we have all these other products. So this is so many different things. There's lots of different prices. lots of different products that they may want to try. I mean, there's so many, and we've got different ones that are excellent. So, and then I think actually, before you do that, I forgot to say you need to put in your shipping country, your market, so if it's USA or if it's Canada or all the other countries that we have, and then the shipping country. So that's just one thing before we get to step 2. So then once they decide what they want to pick, they will, I mean, you can obviously explain all the different ones for them, and everybody's different. Everybody wants different things. You know, we've got the new Somanite that we're all very excited about because it's also got the collagen in it, but it also, my gosh, it's really helping well with my sleep. And then our new Tri MLT. So now we're really excited about that. So there's just, this company is growing so well, and I'm so excited about it. The next thing you'll want to do is set up your auto ship. Even if you've gotten one of the bigger products, to stay active, and when you start getting new customers and new distributors, you're going to want to be active. And to be active, one of the best ways to be active is to have minimum 140 points in your subscription. So that is easily, that's a 1 bottle of gel, or now that we have the Tri MLT and the MLT, you could do both of those. You can, and that all of those products, any different products to get you to 140 points will make you active and keep you trying all the new products. And I think that's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nancy. I think
You're
my
welcome.
cats were hearing your cat or something. They're going nuts over here too.
I know he wants to be where I am.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Nancy. So you guys can see how simple steps 1 to 3 are. And if you're a new distributor here already, you've already completed those, at least steps 1 and 2. Make sure you go get your auto ship set up. You don't ever want to miss out on commissions. You always want to be active. You can get caught up in building or caught up in life, and then all of a sudden realize you didn't order in time to be active for commissions. So don't let that happen. Get that auto ship set up. It's so easy to change all the time. And congratulations if you've done those 3 steps already, because that means you're already at step 4. If you're here and you're just kind of viewing and getting to know the team and getting to know what we do, those 3 steps you can see are going to be very easy for you to complete. If you need any help with it, just get back with the person who brought you here. Step 4 is get to promoter. And now this can be a couple of different people. This can be the brand new distributor, or this can be the distributor who's maybe been in for a while and not actively built yet. Or maybe you have built and you've lost a couple of people, and maybe you're back to step 4, and that's okay. Step 4 is a great place to be. It means that you can start building that duplication. So step 4 is just to get to promoter. Now we build as a binary, which means you're building a left leg and a right leg. And so you're going to want to have one person on each side who come in as a distributor, and then you're a promoter. So right now, if you think to yourself, who are 2 people, let's go higher, 5, 10 people, who are the first group of people that you want to go to and say, hey, I've done something new. I've joined this great new company, hormone health company. They've got fantastic products. You're the first person that I thought of to share this with. Can I invite you to one of our presentations, or can you take a look, or can I send you a video from my app to have you take a look at, because I think you'll be as excited as I am, right? You're the first person that I thought of. Who are the people that you can do that with? And think of those people and write them down. And those are going to be the first people that you want to reach out to. And then hopefully out of that group of people, you will get your first 2 and you get to promoter. So after that, Donna's going to go into step 5 and just show you how simple it is to help them to do the same thing. But if you're talking with people and you're starting to share the opportunity, that's one way to do it, is to share it just with them verbally in a message, in a text. Add them to our Empower House Facebook group. Inside of that group, we post trainings in there. We post updates. People are sharing great results. It's a little community where they can start to get a feel of who's here, who are the leaders, what's going on, what are they getting results with, what are they seeing? You know, they're starting to get a feel for the culture of our team. Invite them to any live presentation. You can invite them to Saturdays, and I could say, hey, Nancy, I know you've been taking a look at the business. Do you want to come this Saturday and just take a look at how we build? We share a very simple 5-step system to actually get your business going. And then we share a very simple DMO. So you can just kind of get a feel of what this actually looks like, what I actually do. Invite them to Monday Empower Hour trainings. You saw last week, we did an awesome training. We're not even complete with it yet. So invite them to that. Invite them. It's mindset, it's training, it's applicable in business, but they're going to, again, start to see, oh my gosh, that's how Paul trains. That's how Peg trains. Okay, I like it here. They're actually helping me. They're going to see that you have support. And then, of course, invite to the Wednesday presentations. Peg and I do them in the afternoon, and then we do them again at nighttime at 9 Eastern on Wednesdays. So those presentations, guys, are fantastic. Those are where people come to see the business, the products, the leadership, what we do, how we do it, and why we're all here. And those are very effective in having people join after they see one of those presentations. Use the tools in our app. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, when you log into your back office, there's right on your front page, download the app. You could download it for Android, download it for Apple. The links are right there if you need it. Use the app. Learn how to use it. Get with the person who brought you into the business if you don't know how to use it. Practice. Send them a video so you can see how this works. Add them into your contacts. See how this is. You can put in your own videos. You can pick the videos you like best that you like to share with people. You can do a welcome video and put it in there and share that with people. There's so much opportunity in that app. Plus, your entire business is at your fingertips with that app. Start conversations with other people. And we say 5-way because we believe and we know what works is to add 3 other people into a conversation with somebody that you're talking to. So if you're talking to somebody about the products or the business, start a group chat. If you're talking to them in text, start a group text. If you're talking to them in Facebook, start a messenger chat. But add a few people in and say, hey, Nancy, I'm going to add you to a group. I've added in Paul and Sandra and Danny. You know, they all have had great results with the product or the business. Hey guys, would you mind sharing with Nancy what you've seen here with New Year Life or what your experience has been on the product? And they're going to jump in, and each of them in time, don't expect it doesn't have to be immediate, but over the next 24 hours, each of them will jump in and give their experience. And so what that's showing Nancy is, first of all, I didn't have to know everything about Paul and Sandra and Danny. I didn't have to memorize what their testimonial is. They're each sharing it themselves. It shows her I have support. But the main thing is it shows her that she could do this too. So if she is looking at the business, it's, oh, okay, I could do this. I see their support here. And it's also that third, that credibility, right, of other people saying it for me. I don't have to tell her, it's the other people doing it. So make sure to use those. Again, we say this every Saturday. It's not being used enough because I'm not in enough chats, and I know Paul isn't in enough chats, and Danny and Peg, you know, we're not in enough chats right now. This really should be one of the most effective tools that you're using, is using us and our voices and our experience and our testimonials to help you to build and help you to get customers. And then, of course, following the 5/5, we've created a very easy daily method of operation for you to build your business. It's kept very simple. We call it a little boring, but the fact is you want to keep it simple. You don't want this to be something that you wake up and don't want to do, or that is another burden on you, or, oh no, I have to work my business and I've got to do that 5/5. No, get excited. We keep it simple because it works and because it fits into your day, no matter how busy you are. We know that most people are doing this on the side outside of a full-time job that you have, that you may love, but you're doing this to create something extra for yourself, for your family, for your travel, whatever it is for you. So just make sure you're following that every single day. Now I'm going to pass it over to Donna. Donna is an executive promoter here with New Life, and she's going to share with you guys step 5, how easy it is to get that last step. Now that you're a promoter, what do you have to do next, Donna?
Hello. Yes. So step 5 is being excited and going over these steps 1 through 4. I don't know about the other leaders on here, but I know I wake up in the morning with New Life on my mind already. And it's not like a burden. It is so exciting to think about, who am I going to talk to and share these things with? So step 5 is just a review of 1 through 4 and how we provide these clear, simple directions that anybody can do. So we hold the hands of our new colleagues and we make them feel warm and welcome like family until they are ready to do this and fly on their own. So step 1 is joining, like Nancy talked about. having them on the phone, having them log into their computer, you're on your computer, and just going through the steps with them. They'll feel more confident, they'll get to know the system. So just doing that along with them. Step 2 is helping them pick their package. And this is really important because you've been having conversations with them all along. You know what their, pain points are. You've probably learned about their family. So you can guide them to pick, an 8-pack, which they could share with some family members and sell. And then they could sell it at a retail price and make some money right away. So then they'll feel successful, like, hey, I can do this. You can also have them, pick a pack. Like, it's lovely to see that there's the MLT and the tri-MLT, in one package. So if they are really focused on that weight loss, and we know that it has these really quick results, you can help them pick the package that serves them the best. And then, of course, then it's picking their auto ship, which is also really important because they have to be on auto ship, that subscription, to make sure that they're eligible for their commissions. It's also nice to teach people, hey, take a look at the Soma Plus. We sell those in the little boxes so that they can carry those samples around. I bought an extra box of Tri-MLT because I want to take that along to pickleball, so that when people are like, where do you get your energy? I can be like, here, try this. It's thinking about those things when you're helping them pick up their auto ship. And then, of course, step 4 is getting them to promoter. And I will carry this now forever. When Paul mentioned a couple weeks ago, before you even have them sign up and join, have them think about who are those 2 people that they're going to bring on right away. So as they're enrolling for themselves, you can actually help them enroll their next 2 and get to promoter and lickety split. So those are our steps. Thanks.
Ooh, hey, can I comment on that, Donna? I love that. I really, really want to kind of push that because, people go say, well, let me see how it works for me, and then I'll see whatever. Say, wait a second, did you come here to do this as a business? Or, so let's say you opened up a bakery, right? And it's your first day and you put out your first like strawberry shortcake, and you're like, it's not exactly what I want. So you're going to shut your bakery down because you didn't have the first result from that strawberry shortcake? Are you going to modify the recipe, and tomorrow's strawberry shortcake is going to be better because you had to learn how the oven works and you had to learn all of that stuff? Stop. If people are coming into your business as a customer, then sign them up as a customer. Don't say, oh, but you'll get it cheaper if you come in as a distributor. All you're doing is you can't close. You're doing that because you can't close a distributor, so you're just trying to convert a customer. No, just bring on a customer and then get your closing skills better for being a distributor, for recruiting distributors, because that's a technique issue, right? And if somebody is coming in for the business side of it, say, great, before you sign up, I'd love for you to sign up tonight. You don't want to lose them. But on the other hand, you can say, who are your first 2? And if that's a shock to them, what do you mean my first 2? You didn't do the proper job of bringing them on board, or you didn't get them onto a call like this. You're trying to do it all yourself. And if we put in, you see the list of people that are coming in, and the things that are going on, the recognition, right? Somebody's doing something, and somebody's doing something right. So let those of us that are doing something help you guys, instead of trying to figure it out for yourself, because, well, no, I could do this, I could do this. Do you want a first-year resident neurosurgeon working on your brain? Or do you want the guy who's done 30 of these procedures in the last 30 days and he's going to do it for you? Right? So think about that. Stop overthinking everything and just start doing, right? Just start getting in the game and go through the process, because when you don't do it and utilize the systems, the tools, the people, the 3-way calls, your upline, guess what? Your people are going to try to build the same way you built or showed them how to build, and they never met your upline, and they never got on a call, and they never, were introduced to other people, so that when you're on vacation, they're on vacation, right? Listen, if I disappear tomorrow, this call goes on with me or without me. That's the way you need to build your business, right? God forbid, one of us, Diane right now is she was in the hospital. She's not feeling well, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But the point is, you know, anyone that she invited to this call will continue on and her business will continue to grow. But when you're not doing the systems, your people will not do the systems, you will not duplicate. And then we're going to be here a year from now and you're going to say, I just don't know why my business is not growing and I have put so-and-so in the business and they're not doing anything, because you're not utilizing the systems. This is not about our egos. This is about building something that's duplicatable. We were on a call with Italy today, where there's India on this call, there's Philippines on this call, there's different languages. Don't tell me this business is not being built. You're just not using the systems. You truly haven't bought in yet and made the decision. Go ahead, Angel. I'm sorry. I'm in one of those moods today. So just, you know, I'm going to drag you MFers kicking and screaming to success.
You know what I loved about the Italy call today was the hands. The way he talked with his hands, I'm like, wow, this is Italy. All right. No, we need the butt kicking sometimes, Paul, so it's good. I'm going to pass it over to Peg Tucker, guys. Peg is a coach here with New Life. She's one of our amazing leaders. She trains. She has incredible social media. She is just phenomenal. She's been here for 6 years. And she has an incredible testimonial. If you haven't seen Peg's picture, ask her for it, because it is one of the best ones that you could possibly share. A 5-year journey on the gel, where it looks like she's had a complete makeover, facelift and everything, but it's just the effectiveness of the gel and what it's done for her. So Peg, I'm going to pass it over to you to talk about the steps to take after you've enrolled a new distributor.
Thank you, Angel. Yeah, actually, I just want to share, you know, I feel so much better than I did. And that's the biggest part of my testimonial to me. But I get to see some people in person tomorrow in my local area. So it's always fun to do that, right? We see people that you haven't seen for a long time and have them be like, well, wow, what are you doing? So, you know, being your own walking billboard, get out there, right? Meet people that you haven't, see people that you haven't seen for a while. So one of the first things that you want to do, first of all, welcome if you're on here right now and you're a new distributor and you're looking to bring other people in, you want to when you enroll your first distributor, you want to make sure that you show them the back office. So first of all, get on the phone. Before that, you want to learn the back office. You want to get on the phone with somebody, the person who brought you in. Show them how to log into their back office. Show them that, you can do a screen share on a Zoom. You can log into their Zoom with them, into their account with them. I have enrolled people on a screen share and then gone right to their website and said, okay, this is your website. This is how you get around. This is where you start. This is where you'll see as volumes coming in. So just give them a little familiarity, because this is their business. This is their office. Get them to download the app, show them how to text a video, show them how to add a contact. There are little workarounds if they have people that they're messengering on Facebook Messenger and they don't have their phone number. The app will ask for a phone number. You can just make one up, and then you can message that person. If you get their phone number down, 2 messages later, go back in and add it, because you want to have that information in there. You definitely want to have people's phone numbers. That's a really good thing to have. But show them how to use the app. Show them how to add their own video. I really like this aspect of it. And also in the app itself, once they get in there, there is a lot of training in there. There's not only training on how to use the app, but there's all kinds of training. There's product training, for the people who like, okay, I want to know about the product before I start sharing it. There's that in there for those folks. So get them to mark on their calendar this Saturday call. This is gold, because people don't know what to do to get started. You've just gotten started. You don't know how to help them. This is the roadmap. Angel put this together for us, and it really is brilliant. You want to plug people into systems. What is it? System stands for save you time, energy, and money. This is our system, right? Plugging people into this, getting them on the calls. And you also want to schedule that first call with them after they attend this, because they will have questions. You want to get to know what their why is. And like Donna said, if you haven't already gotten their 2 people that they want to get started with, you want to find out, okay, who are those 2 people? Tell me a little bit about them. How do you know them? What do they think of you, right? And what's the best way to connect with them? And then get them, as Angel said, ask them to get those 5 people together in a messenger, 3 people, 4 people, whatever it is, whatever, get a few people together and let us do the work for you. So, so anyway, welcome. Thank you. And thanks, Angel.
Thanks so much, Peg. So guys, we've gone through steps 1 to 5, and then this extra part at the end here is to help you as a distributor and to say, okay, I know what to do. We have this recorded. Come here every Saturday. The more you hear it, the more it will become natural. It may be a lot for you at first. You might be like, oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot. Or maybe you're like, this is actually really easy. Either way, just keep plugged in. Keep around the campfire. We are here and we do this. This isn't just so we can hear ourselves talk. We do this because we know it works and because we know it will help you build your business. And maybe mentally you're thinking, oh, I don't even know who I'm going to talk to or how am I going to do this? Or maybe I know 2, but I don't know more. You may think that you don't know people, but the people that you're bringing in, you have no idea who they could be connected to or who they'll point you to or where that business could go. So having those conversations, following these steps, and definitely following what Paul's going to be talking about coming up, this will work. I promise it will work if you continue to follow the steps. We're going to go into 1 second here, guys. Oh, I thought that I was getting an answer to a question I had. I'm going to pass it over to Lynn Laporte. So we have a little bit of compliance. Being in a network marketing company, we have to be very careful of claims that we make, things that we say, the way we share the products. I'm going to pass it over to Lynn Laporte. She's going to fill in for Diane today to go over some compliance. So Lynn, thank you for taking on the responsibility of this information for us.
You're welcome, and welcome everyone. And I love compliance. Part of what I do outside of New You Life, I've had to learn about staying compliant, staying within scope of practice. And so I eat this up. So like the gel helps keep our body healthy and vibrant, compliance helps keep our company healthy and vibrant. And, when we talk about compliance, we're not the compliance police. However, we do count on testimonials before, during, now photos. And it's really important that we get our stories out there in a compliant manner because we're all sharing each other's stories. So our company is very cooperative. Rodney, head of compliance. He's so easy to work with. He gets excited to help people. I send him my testimonial just to make sure. Like I'm redoing mine right now, and I just did it 2 months ago. Things change. So it's better to be safe. Couple different places you can find some information on our website about compliance. If you scroll all the way to the bottom of the New You Life website, there is a compliant tab or a compliance tab. You're going to find all the different this and that's for our products. Super easy, super way to educate yourself. There's also a product claims do's and don'ts PDF there as well. The other thing I highly encourage you to check out, Angel mentioned it, Peg mentioned it, our app, the tools in our app. They're all the way down under learning. Under learn, there's compliance videos. I highly recommend you look through these videos. Even if you've been in the business a long time, doesn't hurt to refresh yourself, especially when you're bringing new customers, new distributors on, to go through that information and just stay up to date because you will get questions from your new people. So I find that's a way for me to stay engaged and up to date. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We're all in this together. Compliance is important, just as important as all of our products. So thank you for allowing me to share. And I hope I conveyed information that you'll find useful.
For sure. Thank you
for
so
doing
much.
compliance. Thank you for doing compliance so well and not scaring the shit out of everybody. Yeah.
You're welcome. It's
Yeah.
not a scary topic.
No, it's really not. It's really
No.
not.
It really isn't.
People want to get out ahead of themselves and make really outrageous claims so that they feel the sales job is going to be easier. But people don't expect a product to make them fly. But if you tell them it makes them sleep or they'll lose some weight or whatever, it's good enough. Go ahead, Angel. Sorry.
No. And this is an example of what Lynn was talking about, the this versus that. So this is on our Try MLT. We put this one up here because it's our newest product, right? And especially with it being a weight loss product, being very careful with how we talk about it and what we say about it and what we share. So thank you for sharing with us, Lynn, where to find all of these. That's perfect. So on your app, guys, or in the back office, go and check these out. If you're ever going to do a video about your testimonials, quickly just brush up on this, right? Look and say, okay, I can't say this, but I can say that. So that's great, Lynn. Thank you so much for that. Now
How
I
about
get
this? How about going through a this or that and use it to come up? It'll trigger marketing ideas.
True.
It'll trigger something that you could say. Like use the trainings and use the like read, go in and look up Try MLT and read some of the stuff that the company writes about the product and come up with your own storyline or something, you know?
Absolutely. That's a great idea. So guys, you heard from him today, Mr. Paul Capozio, but I want to quickly introduce you to him in case if you're new to the company or taking a look at us. Paul is our Diamond Ambassador here, the leader of this team, an incredible leader. He leads with a different style. I've worked with many, many leaders in the profession, and none of them even come close to Paul in the way that he leads with his heart, and actually has care and concern for the growth of the people, not only on his team, just in this company. He will work with anybody. He will answer questions. He'll hop on three-way calls. It doesn't matter if it benefits him or not. That's just the leader that he is. And, you know, I'm here because of Paul. I wasn't coming back into network marketing ever. I was done. And then Paul showed me New You Life, and I saw the leader that he was and the team that he was building. And then I really got to know the company and the products, but Paul was first. That's what attracted me here, because I knew he was creating success here, multiple seven figures, guys, that he's done in the last 6 years. And I knew he had created success. And then when I saw that he actually was able to lead people to that success and had the heart that I was looking for in a leader, that's what had me all in and saying, all right, here I am, let's do this. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Paul, to share the 5/5, the DMO for everybody. Take notes, guys. Take a picture of this screen, get it in your head, what you need to do, and listen to Paul.
All right, so take a picture of the screen. Do it now, because I'm going to tell Angel to stop her share. So take a picture of the screen, because we're going to talk about step 2 today, just conversations. And I'm going to literally show you how to do it. So you got counting down 5, 4, take your picture, 3, 2, 1, and then just kill the share. Because if you don't know this already, shame on you, because I've been talking about this shit for years now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a share. All right, all I see is a huge angel on my screen, which is very nice, but we got to learn something. So let's go to screen 1. And can you guys see my screen? What is it? What is it that you see?
Nancy's Facebook page.
Me.
Good. Everybody stay unmuted unless you got a cat, a dog, or an annoying spouse that's going to talk, okay? So we're going to talk about
Love the cat.
conversations, right? And we're going to utilize Nancy's page. And I'm going to literally, I can give you some icebreakers and some things like that. In fact, let me pull up some icebreakers. But I want to do Nancy's page, right? If I wanted to start a conversation with Nancy, I see, right, a million things just in the picture of the cat, right? Looking out. I can comment on her profile picture. So let's start. You want to communicate with Nancy, right? We'll start here. Oh my God, Nancy, my grandmother used to have one of those cookie tins. You see this cookie tin up here, right?
Yep.
You know, or what is this, a tea kettle up here or whatever?
The wine thing.
Oh, it's a
Wine
wine
pour.
thing. Okay, wine, like a
Decanter.
diffuser or whatever. Right? I really can't see it, but you know, the
Yeah.
point is, I could start a conversation about the diffuser. Oh my God, my grandmother used to make cookies, and she would make us save the tins. And if I, God forbid, I threw out the tin one year, she freaked out. Sound reasonable, right? Anybody you could relate to it, right? The cat, the banquette. Oh my God, that's beautiful. That banquette is beautiful. I mean, I wanted to do something in my kitchen, you know, and everything else. Did you have it made? Did you buy it? Is that really your house? Is it somewhere else? Guys, I just took one photograph and started 5 different conversations. 5 different conversations that will elicit a response. Are we recording this?
Yes.
Okay. Nancy's picture. Oh my God, Nancy, that is the cutest profile picture. Where are you from? You know, whatever. Now, obviously, men have to treat women differently. Women have to treat men differently. You want to make sure that they're going to respond to you, not say, block this guy, he's a creep, right? So make sure you're doing the right thing. Let's go further down. Does anybody else have anything that in this cat picture that they can relate? Go ahead, Chandler.
I would say I would message her and be like, Nancy, I could go shopping in your house. Where do you get all these pieces? Like, just like, it's so beautiful.
Right. So why aren't you doing any of this stuff? Why, when you wake up in the morning and you're getting on Facebook, are you not picking somebody's profile and starting a conversation? It's that simple. It's one line, right? And if they don't answer, what do? Nothing. You don't call me and say, what do I do, Paul? I sent somebody a message and they didn't respond to it. You do nothing. You move on. You continually move on. They may respond 2 days later. They may be getting, you know, in an argument with their spouse. They may be dealing with their cat. You know what I mean? Maybe the cat threw up a hairball when you text them. Stop overthinking it and start doing it. Let's go further down. And I can do this just, go ahead, Billingsley.
Oh, I was just going to say, and you have to go to your friends, and you have to just kind of find somebody randomly, because the people that are in your feed are people that are constantly there. If you don't go to the old ones and find it, you're gonna get the same people all the time looking at your stuff.
Okay, wait, I you know what, Nancy, maybe I'll let you, okay, so here's your friends, right? Oh my God, that's my son, that's my granddaughter. So
Those
yeah,
are mutual.
friends of people that I don't know, right? And I think these are just people that related. All right, Kevin Debs. Yeah, 90% of your people are all New You Life people. I mean, look at this, right? So how are you going to really grow your business, right? Okay, so Wendy's not, right?
Right.
Okay, so you're friends with Nancy. I'm not going to tell you to do this because we're not stealing from Nancy. We don't steal from each other. But I go to Wendy, right? Oh my God, Wendy, what a big family. You know, whatever. I see you're friends with Nancy Billingsley. I'm friends with Nancy Billingsley. Whatever. Wanted to ask you a question about, well, she's in the business, Wendy.
She must be,
Yeah,
sorry,
Chris
I don't know
here, there's Stephanie Rimka, all that stuff. So here's Lynn Laporte. Okay, so bottom line is, Nancy, you got to start kicking some people out of your goddamn Facebook page.
Okay.
Here's the other thing. How about this? How about starting a professional page, right? Or another page, have everybody follow you there and use your Facebook page for people that are not related to you. We love all of you. We love to communicate. I love seeing, you know, all your pictures and everything else, but it's not making you any money.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going further down. Let's go back to, how do I do this? Let's go back to Nancy. And look, you comment on this, right? She goes, I can't even. I know, me either. Right. So you go down here. I'm going to actually do it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this little thing and I'm going to say, I can't either. Okay. I like OMG. Now, I put that out there, right? Now I'm going to go in the DMs and I'm going to write something about, let's say
that was
this
so
post.
cute.
I don't know. Right. I'm going to write something about this post and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to let it incubate. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to think about Nancy ever again for the rest of the day unless I get some sort of a response. Okay.
Right.
And you know, I don't mean it that way, but Rochelle's coming in. Okay. So yeah, oh my God, took the kids to Disney. It was the most expensive, happiest trip I ever did, or the horse thing, whatever it is. There's so much content. There's so much stuff, right? Oh my God, I commented before about the cookie tin. I didn't notice the faux fur thing under the cat. I love that. I had it. My cat threw up on one. I got to find another one. Did you get that at Home Goods? Guys, I'm making this shit up.
I love it.
Right? But it's there. It's there. You know, does the cat read the paper? Is that the newspaper? Does the cat read the paper? You know, anything that might elicit a response or determine if Nancy is not my kind of person.
Right.
Do me a favor. I really don't like private people commenting on my private post, whatever else like that, right? What is the person telling you? What they're saying is, I am not a network marketer, nor will I ever be a network marketer because I don't have the skill set and I'm a miserable person. And you don't have time for fucking social work to make these people better people right now. Eventually you will. Okay. So this is a great one. Her and her husband and met 1983, right? Oh my God. You know, that's what the year I went lesbian. I turned to lesbian in 1983. I don't care whatever the conversation is, but you got married in 84. So you guys were dating, met and dating a year, and you got married. It sounds like a whirlwind romance. That's so cool, right? And everything else. And you killed him in 2024. That's when he died. You killed him
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
You get away with it. So I was with this guy. I was at Chris Cavadon's mom's funeral and repast. And I'm at the repast. I'm sitting next to this guy, and he's trying to get me to become a Freemason. He's telling me, I said, he said, I live on the water. I said, oh, I live on the water too. I said, it's really easy because if you got to get rid of a body, you put it in a wood chipper and you spray the body into the water behind, right? So I'm goofing, and he goes, yeah, but here's the secret. You got to freeze the body first.
Oh, God.
So that the wood chipper really worked, right? So we were just doing the one-upsman thing. Yeah, he was a funny guy. He was smart. You know, but whatever it is, there's a conversation. I never met that guy before in my life. We exchanged phone numbers, right? He was in Excel Communications, which was just a long time ago. Couldn't get in. You know what he said to me? He goes, if I met you, I would have joined New You Life. Right? But I'm sure he was goofing around. But you just try to hit it off with people. Try to find common ground. Guys, there's 5 different conversations you could start with this. 5 different conversations, okay? So, even something as simple as, oh my God, I'm a guy, right? So I don't want to, hey, Nancy, very cute couple. That's great. I'm glad you're in a great relationship. By the way, is that chair from Raymore and Flanagan? Because I have a couch, right? Anything to start a conversation that's going to elicit a response.
Right.
Not, oh my God, you got to try this, because you'll get to that with a friend. Does this make sense, guys?
Yes.
Does it give you a little bit of confidence in being able to start conversation? You could do this today and start conversation, 30 to 40 conversations. Look, give me anybody, and I'll do what I just did with anybody. Just look for things that you want and be fun about it. Smile as you're typing. Okay, smile as you're typing. So here's the thing. Hey, I noticed here's a couple icebreakers. So common interest, right? Hey, we both like boats, or you like, you like cats, right? Or you, whatever it may be, common interest. Hey man, see you like cats, whatever. That's a whatever kind of cat. I have a calico. I don't know anything about cats. I really don't like cats, to be honest with you. I'm intimidated by cats, right? So the bottom line is, whatever it is, if you're a cat person, you're a cat person, right? I may say, hey, not much of a cat person. I'm dogs, but that was a cute picture on the table. Whatever, right? So you can even use your differences as common ground, right? I'm not a cat person, I'm a dog person, but even I can appreciate that picture. So dichotomy works too. This is just conversation techniques. And I think that if you perfect these or fall in love with these, you're going to build a way, way bigger business, and you're going to enjoy the business that much more. Instead of sitting there and texting, can I send you a video? And then you wait, right? That will come, but imagine having a fun conversation with someone, or sending a comparable picture, or send somebody a joke, or invest a little bit of time in people every single day. And in 60 days, your business will change. In 60 days, your business will change.
Paul, can I add to that?
Throwing somebody, go ahead.
It's Peg. I just want to add to that, if I could. Sometimes, because we all are seeing each other's posts, it's hard to feel like, well, who am I going to have this conversation with, right? So 2 easy things that I do to find that person is, you can go to the stories tile and just spin that baby and go to the end, right? Because you're going to see everybody that you always see.
Hold on, no, Peg, don't just say it. So go here. Wait, how do I go to her story?
To the stories.
Yeah, way up.
How do I do that? Because I know how to do it on the phone.
It would be
You have to
hit
go
on
on
my
your
head, I
page.
think. Hit on my face. I think that might be able to see my story. No, I guess not.
No,
You have
'cause
to go
I'm on
back
a
to your
desk.
main
I don't
page.
have one today.
You have to go back to your main page.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
go to your page.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
get out,
main page.
get out of,
You
out
have
of
to go
Nancy.
back to your feed.
Wait, you're talking about me?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Just
The
hit
home
the
line?
house
Yeah,
button
just click the
Hit the
blue
house
Facebook
button.
icon on the left, Paul.
Yeah,
or
there
the
you
home
are.
button. Yeah.
Slow down, guys. Slow down. I'm
Facebook
getting
icon.
confused.
Hit the
One at a
little house
time.
at the top.
Paul,
House at the top. Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
There you go.
So if you take that arrow on the right, the little white arrow,
Yeah.
that's keep clicking that and go to the end. You're gonna come up with people that you haven't talked to or seen in a long time. and you can comment right on their story. That's going to go right into their inbox if you
Okay,
comment on their
perfect.
story.
Right. Okay, so work story. This is good. See, now we're getting somewhere, right? Now this training is turning on a whole new thing. So I didn't want to just hit you with, and listen, it's 12 o'clock. We like to keep this to an hour. Who wants to go for another 10 minutes? Who doesn't? So you're free to leave. Nobody's going to judge you except me.
We're good.
If you leave, I will judge you. No one else will.
So I had another
So wait, no,
One
I'm going
call.
to do it live now. Okay.
Okay.
Most of these people I see, so I don't know who this guy Josh is, right? So that's his story. This is what it's all about. These are memories 2020. I don't know. I'll just do it. I don't know who this guy is. And what am I going to do here? Where do I?
Right there where it says
Right at the
reply.
bottom. The very bottom.
Oh, yeah. You know what? My
Reply.
thing is in the way here. Okay. I'm going to hit the heart. And today is the day you have made. I will rejoice.
Probably and be
I'm just
glad.
going to do something like simple. Look, I'm going to do the worst possible response. Great post, brother.
Yep.
That's
Love
it.
your
The
message.
worst possible response. Right? I mean, there's no creativity there, no nothing.
So that will go right into his inbox.
Right. Okay. So now you're in his inbox, whatever, and then you can see, yeah. So if I go to Messenger, I'll see that right there. There he is. Okay. Very efficacious. They work. What's that? Why do I hear my voice being replayed? That's not good for Italian guys to be recorded. Okay. All right. I lost my train of thought, but now I want to talk about some of the ideas of like you want to do like in some of your things when you're doing these icebreakers, think about what do you have in common, do a compliment, comment on a recent post like we did with the cat thing, the mutual connections thing, current events. Oh my God, I can't believe Trump 83 million, right? I can't believe that, whatever it may be, do it. Question something about their profile. Oh my God, you went to so-and-so high school in Omaha. I went to so-and-so high school in New Jersey, right? Anything you can do. Funny observation, ask for a recommendation. Oh my God, I saw you went to this restaurant. Nancy, that chair, where did you get that? Oh, I got it years ago. It's probably not made anymore. No, I just got it 2 weeks ago, whatever, and everything. Why don't you try so-and-so? Anybody else got any comments or anything?
I've been doing some New Year's messages and I say Happy New Year. They say Happy New Year back. I've been asking them if they did anything special to celebrate. And then when they answer me, they usually ask, how about me? And then I answer and then I ask what types of goals or things special that they're working on for 2024. And I've been getting a lot of responses with that. So I figured it's January. It's a good time to ask those kinds of questions, and it's a good icebreaker at the same time.
Perfect.
How does everybody feel about that? Honestly, let's be honest about that. Let's help Sandra out. How does everybody feel about that?
I did them about the first week and I haven't really done them since. So to me,
Right.
maybe it's late. But
Okay.
still, but if you're getting
Danny?
responses, I can't think it's bad.
I want to put my 2 cents in, and this is all great stuff. And it's
Danny,
right.
listen, I got to be honest with you. For someone who's not really a social media expert, you're doing phenomenal of creating interest, piquing interest. It's really working. And I'm not talking about the Try MLT post. I'm talking about my 5-star opportunity and all this other stuff,
I agree.
I do what's natural to me. And, do I, by the way, Nancy, that chair that you have, I have the same headboard. So I need to get the chair or I'll sell you my headboard. Anyway, I don't personally like go into, stuff that's not comfortable for me. And so I think whatever you do, it's just gotta be something that's comfortable for you. That makes sense. I'm always looking for new people to friend. I am in many different groups, whether it's network marketing groups, different countries, things like that. And I look at comments, I see what people are saying, and then I go to their page. And then if their page is open, I kind of go through it and I see if this is the type of person I want to even communicate with. I look at their posts, and that brings me to something else. That's why it's very important when you make posts, make sure it's a post that you know, again, it's your Facebook page. You do what you want. One thing I dislike is when somebody tells me what to post and what not to, but just post stuff that, you know, is about you, that, you know, is attractive to other people. You know, right now we're going into politics. I so much want to post stuff on my page about politics, but I'm just know that that's going to turn people away, whether they're on what side of the aisle, doesn't matter. But I think it's important when you are just being real when you're talking to people on Facebook.
Let's address the political thing, right? Because I have distributors who are really active politically, and the people who stay away from it. I personally stay away from it. You know, but here's the way I look at it. If you feel that strongly about it, one way or the other, whether you're, you know, listen, I tell everybody, I think 81 million people voted for Biden, 70 some odd million people voted for Trump. So let's say you're a pro-Trump person. I'll use that, right? The smaller number. When you recruit all 71 million people that voted for Trump, then we'll talk about how you're going to correct yourself and you recruit the 81 million people who voted for Biden, right? Yes, you don't want to turn people off or whatever, but really, is it that consequential? I mean, I don't want to overthink. People spend more time thinking about a post that they make before even like having a child. I say this all the time. It costs $250,000 to raise a child to the age of 17, right? And what do? Friends will come up to and say, "Oh my God, you know, so, you know, my wife's pregnant, you know, again, you know, what happened? Oh, well, we went out to dinner, we had an extra bottle of wine, and boom, sure enough." Like, they put less thought into that than they do about a post that they're going to make or who they're going to consider. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it at all. Anybody else got any kind of, you know?
Oh, whoops. I'd like to hear your thought on the New Year's thing, because you obviously have some.
Yeah. So my feeling is, I know you're pitching me. I'm going to be honest with you, Sandra. I know you're pitching me, right? I'd rather hear about the cat. I'd rather hear about all the opening line. I'd rather hear. But if somebody texts me, and I get text a lot, I'm constantly pitched in every kind of angle, and people just send me videos or whatever, like without even asking. It's that I'm gonna feel it. Hey, how are you? Know, we don't really know each other about the whole, you know, so what did you do? I'm talking about complete strangers, cold market. I love some of these other techniques because I think they're more effective. Is what you're gonna do, you know, like you and I will take this after a year and you can say, well, Paul, but listen, I did 100 posts. Out of the 100 posts, I got 30 people responded. Out of the 30 people responded, I got 2 distributors. We could make the numbers work. I just think that I think it's a little bit antiseptic, and and this could be the way that I build versus the way that you build. But you know, Angel and I were on a call with a guy from Italy, and you would think we knew each other 20 years. You know, you have to build rapport as fast as possible with people if they're going to join your business. The guy said, "I don't even know if this product works." Angel, tell me if, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, that I'm exaggerating or not exaggerating. But the guy said, "I just like the energy. I just like the feel of this call of where we're going." Right. And this is a guy that's building in another company, right? Or tried to build with another company in Italy. So your whole goal is to build rapport as fast as possible and find that common ground, you know. And when you start off with how was your, like, it's almost like you're talking to somebody at church, right? You don't want to have the church conversation, right? I don't talk to people after church because they're going to make a dirty joke, and it's not the right place to do it. You know what I mean? If you knew what I whispered in Chris's ear after we were walking out of the church behind the casket, you know, just to get a chuckle out of him. So you got to do it your way, but you really got to build rapport as fast as possible. Anybody else got thoughts on that? Sandra, I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just telling you that try to be a little bit more rapport. Without rapport, nothing happens. They have to like you.
Gotcha. Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Anybody else want to tell me I'm wrong? It's absolutely fine. You know, this is a democracy. Or have a different opinion. Laporte, yeah. And it was great seeing you the other night too,
I'm actually on board with you. Yeah, it was nice to see you too. Everybody, and I have a lot of people that come into my DMs and ask me about goals. And I know it's my button, it's my glimmer, it's my trigger, but it's like, what do you want? My goal, like the goal, and Sandra, I think it's great. This isn't me like trying to put a burst in your bubble. This is for me. It's like, how do I answer that question? That the people that are asking me the question, to me, it's like a really loaded question. So it's like, okay, what do they really want? And how do I gain rapport? And do I want to gain rapport? So what I do with those people is I go to their Facebook page and I look and see, is this somebody I want to build a relationship with? And if that's the case, then I'll start voice messaging them and go from there. But I personally haven't built many solid, genuine relationships around people that have asked me, like a general goal question.
That's Lynn, that's really generous of you, first of all, to go to their Facebook page, but it really reinforces like what energy you want on your Facebook page, right? Because what you see there is how you're going to say, do I want to engage with this person?
Right.
I'm getting more choosy on who I give my energy to, who I share energy with, actually, is more, because I believe it's infinity, it's give and take, right? And that's in my personal life, that's in my business life, that's in my spa life, in my, in my horse barn, If I got one crank today, I'll spend time with the other one. It's just, I'm valuing myself more and more, and that's part of it. So.
And that's attractive.
Hey, can
Donna.
I just share? Yes. So one thing, instead of just, jumping into somebody's DM, how I'm getting in there is when they're commenting or liking my posts, depending on what that post is. Like I recently did one about, well, there was a picture of me, with my wetsuit and then me pickleball or whatever, but I talked about business and a lot of people liked that. And so I clicked on the likes to see who liked that. And then I messaged those people and said, thanks for sharing the love on my post, and then I, asked a question just randomly to start a conversation that way.
Okay,
So it's
well, that's more on the outbound. That's more on the outbound, like you responded. We were talking about like how, and it's good. In fact, I want you to elaborate on that. So what I'm going to do is I want to close out what I did with the Nancy post is that I was looking for somebody to talk to. I was looking to generate a cold conversation. Now I think we go into, well, it's kind of getting late. We got about 3 minutes. So for the next 3 minutes, Donna's talking about, now these are people who are responding to you, which is even easier, right? You remember in high school or grammar school, right? If a girl that you liked, friend, came up to you and handed you that thing, do you like Margaret? Yes or no? Check one box, right? You knew if you check yes, she went back. Now all of a sudden the guy's got confidence to go up and talk to Margaret, right? You know what I'm talking about? Am I describing that properly? Like, when you knew, hey, so-and-so wants you to ask her to the prom, right? So now it's a hell of a lot easier to ask her to the prom because she knows she wants you to ask her to the prom, right? So Donna, what you're doing is you're getting people that want to be asked to the prom. So now you're going to comment on that, but I think the technique should still be the same. If somebody says, unless they're responding to like Danny's thing, what is that gel? What is that tri-MLT stuff, right? Because now you can go in for the kill because he did a marketing post. He didn't do a curiosity post. He didn't do a general, what am I trying to say here? These like this, we do 80, 20, 10 or whatever, like 80% of your posts got to be, informative and giving, and 10% got to be I'm doing something, and 5% or whatever have to be a hard sell, what Danny did. So Donna, now let's talk about that, right? So this person likes something because they're commenting on your post.
Right. And I just think it's so much easier to do that than this, because network marketing carries such a reputation of, cold messaging people. So if you look at your feed and your posts, and anybody who likes them, Jesse Lee talked about this all the time. It's open field. Then go and start a conversation with them. Like I'm just looking at one post where I've been doing these pink posts where it says note to self. And then I put like a little caption or something. And it's such a good response. So many people are liking it. There's so many people sharing that. Like you deserve to be happy, not tired, not hurt, not stressed, not just happy. And like there's 55 likes. There's 55 people where I could be like, hey, thanks for loving my post. How are things going for you today? And this, I've done this before. I have a prayer list going. Do you have anything going on? Would you like me to add you to my list? Blah, 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 blah. Yes. Oh, yeah, I'd appreciate it. My mom's been in the hospital. Oh, da, 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 da. There's like conversations that are just too many to keep up with.
So now
But-
I want to do a little mid-course correction because we're talking about, I mean, you fell in love with that model, right? You say, no, I think it's easier because I don't have to go out and reach out to people. You need both. Here's the thing
Right,
that we
right,
don't realize.
right.
The reason you have lulls in your business and your business is not constantly growing is because what we do is we fall in love with a specific technique, and we don't realize that there are ebbs and flows in that technique. There's ebbs and flows in our consistency. There's ebbs. So what do you do while you're waiting for your let's say you have 5 crappy posts after this, right? Then all of a sudden that's going to dry up a little bit. So now you got to go back to, well, how do I do my outreach? So what I want you to do is, it's great to fall in love with the thing that's working for you but learn to come outside of your comfort zone, because multiple techniques, right, are what is going to give you consistency in enrollments. It's going to give you consistency in customer gathering. It's going to give you consistency in developing distributors. You're never going to get you're never going to get a top network marketer to respond to a text and join your business. It has to be an investment in time. Leopoldo, all these other guys, it has to be an investment in time so that when they're ready, because now we're talking about cold market people, we're talking about potential customers. You're not talking about builders. You're not talking about recruiting a top level. You're not going to get a Paul Capozio by sending me a video. You're just not, right? But you're going to get a Paul Capozio for some reason if New You Life decides to close its doors and Alexi's going to retire or whatever. And we have been friends for the last 3 years, 4 years in network marketing. I'll take a look when I'm looking. But if you're not in my field, or you're not in my field of view, or you're not in my preferred friends, or somebody I appreciate or respect in the industry, because you haven't spent the time to get to know me, I'm never going to do it. So remember, each prospect profile, a top level network marketer, a B level network marketer, a D level network marketer, right? Or then you have cold market people, you have customers, right? All of these things require all different techniques. And you must have multiple irons in the fire, multiple techniques going, and be comfortable with all those techniques, right? So it's like surgery. If you go in and you open up a body and it's a mess inside, right, where you thought you were going to work on a kidney, and then not only is the kidney perforated like a car accident, right? You have to be a vascular surgeon. You got to repair a vein that's feeding the kidney. You may not even touch the kidney. It may be everything else around the kidney, and you got to deal with it because you know what? You opened that incision. So think like that. Think about having all of these techniques available to you so that you never hit a downtime. Right? Because you're going to say, well, let me keep doing what I'm doing. It's always worked for me before. It's always worked for me before. But sometimes it's got to come around again, right? Or the algorithm's changed, or whatever it may be. So now let me try my outbound network marketing, right? It's easier for me to find somebody who's not in my feed by trying to find somebody who's not in my feed, and then starting that conversation, and then wait for the response to it. And don't do it in sets of 1. Do it in sets of 100. Make an investment, spend your 20 minutes to an hour, and put enough out there that you can really gauge if this works or not. If you do something once, and the worst thing that can happen to you is you put a post out and you get a distributor from it, because you're going to oh my God, that's it. That's all I need to do is keep doing that post over and over and over again. And so more people have quit network marketing because of an early success than learning the skill set. Go ahead, Don. I'm sorry, before we wrap it up.
So no, I was just going to quickly say, so that's just one technique for Facebook, because each platform, you have different people, different purposes, like TikTok is for selling product. Absolutely. Instagram is for, your lifestyle and your influence, right? I'm sure that is where Angel finds her, successful network marketing people, is on Instagram rather than Facebook. Facebook is more like the friends and the family and just building that customer, relationship. And then there's LinkedIn. I mean, LinkedIn is all about business. So I wouldn't do LinkedIn being like, hey, you liked my post, blah, blah, blah. LinkedIn is searching for people who I'm interested in working for or with.
With,
with.
we don't work for people.
That's right.
We're retiring everybody on this call.
Thank you,
Angel, any
Jesus.
closing thoughts before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I'm glad that Donna brought that up because I will be completely honest. The whole Facebook thing for me is like oh no, I don't want to sit there and do that. I don't want to start all these conversations with people and have to have my messenger blowing up 15 times today because I've started all these fake conversations. That's what's going through my head, right? Like that's just who I am. But LinkedIn, last night I spent 2 hours on there, didn't even get to my active prospecting because it was just connecting with people who had invited me to connect, going through, seeing who had viewed my profile, starting conversations. I see you do this. Tell me more about this. How can we collab together and support each other? Hey, I see you're in Winnipeg. So am I. Oh my gosh, tell me what you do. I didn't even realize you were here. Like all of those so I can do it on LinkedIn because my mind is business, right? Because I want to go into business. On Facebook, I don't want to sit and talk about somebody's cat. Like I just can't do it. It's just not my personality. So I like that we can be who let's do what we love to do. Right. And like with Sandra, it's like if that is getting you to take action to send that message, maybe you tweak it a bit. You take Paul's direction and you're like, okay, I'm going to make this a bit more personal. I'm going to start reaching out to the people who like my posts. I'm going to start, being a little bit different with that. That's exactly it. And I love what you said earlier, Paul. It's about the energy that you're putting into all of this. So much of it. If you go into a negative, oh my gosh, Angel said she does LinkedIn, so I guess I'll go pull that up. I haven't pulled it up since 1991, but let's go see what that looks like over there. If you don't want to do it, it's not going to have good results. Or if you go into it with a poor energy, go into everything. When you're starting your active prospecting and doing your 5/5, tell yourself this is going to be the most amazing results I have ever seen from any action that I've ever taken. Everybody receives me with just great energy. I am a people magnet. People love me. My business is growing. Like go into it with that energy and you can't fail. Maybe everybody is not going to join, but it's just a different energy that people receive you with. What you put out, just like Lynn said, what you put out is what people receive. So, and I think
I have one final thought. How does Hannah have a coffee cup?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't even know what that is. Like I'm learning all new things on I think Zoom's trying to raise their game. Billingsley, you gonna say something?
Actually, I did want to say something, but now I see the coffee cup you're talking about. Anyway, and I change my background all the time. I like my profile picture, so I'm keeping it because it's cute. But but I really try to change my other one to get that kind of reaction, like with the cat or the Valentine's things, or sometimes the last one was try MLT. So, I just change it all the time. I just want to say that.
Good idea.
Anything else?
No, I think today was great.
Really great call, everybody. I'm
We've
gonna
been at
go
it
take
for
a nap.
5 hours there, Paul.
Huh?
We've been at it for 5 hours already.
5 hours already. We started at 7 a.m. She started at 6 a.m. this morning, Winnipeg time. 7 a.m. for me. Philippines, Italy.
Probably why I'm cranky.
It's probably why I'm cranky too. It was just nonstop. Literally 5 hours today. 5 hours already. But I'm going to take a break. And then I'm going to see if I can go to the gym. I don't know if I'm up to going to the gym, but I want to try.
I think you've done your 5/5 today, Paul.
What's that?
I said you've done your 5/5 already today. It looks like.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. All right. It's that easy. Love you guys. Hope we weren't too harsh on you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Let's make some money.
Thank you.